Hi Life Path 6. Welcome in, welcome in. This is a brief video on a description on what your life path is all about. Why do we care about our life path? Because it tells us why we're here on earth. It helps us understand what makes us tick, how we think, how we function in society. And not only that, I'm bringing this to you because it's a description into my channel, because most of you that do know me, I'm a tarot reader. I'm going to be doing tarot readings on your life path. And of course, we're all cycles. We're cycles 1 through 9. You're here because you're life path 6. How do you figure that out? It's basically your whole entire birth date reduced down to 1 digit. I'll have a brief explanation down below. I also would like you guys to calculate what your north node is, because your north node is the part of you that helps you understand what it is that you need to work on while you're here on this plane Earth. How do you find out your north node? It's in your natal chart. I like Cafe Astrology. I'll leave the link down there below in the description box for you guys to get that. And yeah, all right, so let's get into it. I made some notes here because I want to hit every point here, and I would like to, for you to be aware and understand what Life Path 6 are here for. You guys your key words here are humility and humanity. Okay, let's see why. Because you guys have innate natures to be nurturing, to be loving, to be caring. You're brilliant parents. If you don't have children, you are great caretakers. In fact, you tend to need to find a way to balance yourselves out from being overly too responsible for others. People tend to put a lot of responsibility on you that it's not necessarily yours to take on. And sometimes you happily do that. You take on the responsibilities of others that you don't really need. And that leaves little space and little time for you. Your instincts as parents and caretakers is incredibly high. You're amazing. You guys are all about home and hearth. You're all about the family and the structure of your family. Let's see what else we have here. It's just the other thing that I want to really briefly speak to you about is taking care of your own personal needs, especially when it comes to love. In your love lives, you really need to refocus and balance on figuring out how to balance your emotions, keep them stabilized, in the sense of you understanding the person that you're with, that you need to have a connection on a one-to-one individual basis. It's not just sometimes so black and white. Do they love me? Do they not love me? It's simple as that. And sometimes it's not. It's understanding to making yourself vulnerable in order for your partner to actually help access the greatest part of who you are as far as love is concerned. But other than that, you guys, incredible ability of teaching and healing and nurturing. You are wonderful at creating things. You're all about the greater good of humanity. You tend to do well with life path number 9 because you both believe in serving the greater good. You're there rooting for the underdog, of course. On the negative side of you guys, I'm not saying this is who you are, because everybody operates from a positive and a negative. It just depends on who you are and what you're willing to do. 9 times out of 10, if you're here listening to this channel and you're listening to this video right now, you're working on your spirituality. You're working on your well-being. You know that there are certain things in life that there are no friggin' shortcuts. So why isn't anything changing? You understand you need to course correct yourself. That's why you're here, because you're listening about your life path, your purpose here. Those who are operating from a negative point of view, they tend to be controlling and greedy, and they thrive on arguments and fighting. There's conflict, and then there's codependency, which is so unhealthy. You have to understand no one's responsible for your happiness, nor are you for they. You get stuck right there, and sometimes you can't be. You need to understand that these people need to be responsible for their own actions. You're meant to be partners in crime, not for one person to depend solely on you, because givers will give a lot, meaning you guys, and takers will keep taking. They have no limits. They will not stop. All right, guys. Going past that, you're also amazing problem solvers, and you love giving advice. But you're really good at it. So there's that. But you also need to be careful where you're not meddling and you're not going too far. Unsolicited advice. So there's that healthy balance that you need to work on as well. What else am I missing here? Letting go of judgment. Because you're so nurturing, because you're so loving, you're so caring, sometimes you might judge other people as you are, how you perceive yourself to be. And maybe you might be a little judgmental in regards to the other person is. You need to sometimes let that go and open yourself up and put that heart chakra open, and the emotional guards that you have, let it down and get to know the person on an individual basis and see how they tick. We briefly touched on that before. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything else. Oh, one last thing. You don't like it when people when they don't believe in your loyalty, when they mess with your loyalty. Because that is the one thing about you that is greatest gift on earth. You're not just pro-humanitarian. You're not just great advisors. You're on this earth because of what you can give back in that sense. You bring light to darkness. You bring a little humility and balance and restoration to others. You harness that energy. And then when your loyalty is questioned, that is like a big fat no-no in your book. A big fat no-no in your department, because you are loyal. Because you are loving, because you are trusting. And when someone crosses that line, it's so painful that you just can't look back at or look at that person twice again. So something else that we can work on as far as going around that for you guys. If there's any questions, comments, please leave me down below in the remarks. And hopefully I will see you that once a month on your tarot reading for your life path. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.